we start with Lille?
Sure.
5 beautiful years, 109 goals, 232 games. I'm not very good at math, but you've definitely left a legacy there. Can you even start to find the words to describe what that club meant to you personally and professionally?
I think it's a bit hard. I think everything is still so new, obviously, that I'm leaving at the end of this season. Even though it was 5 years, I think, for me felt almost like 7, 8, because, my time in Belgium, for me, didn't feel like a stop when I went to Lille because it's so close to each other.
Yeah.
I just had to drive in, and I was in Lille, so for me, it felt a bit longer than 5 years, but 5 amazing years. I think every year I've grown more and more to be the player I am today. So it's been amazing 5 years.
Can you take a step back, and I'm not trying to make you blush, but can you take a step back and go, there's been very few North American strikers in your position now that have just laid such a legacy. Do you recognize that?
A little bit, but I never look at it that way. For me, I'm North American, but I always try to see myself like everyone else. I compare myself to the best players in the world, the players that are playing in Europe. So I never look at it just as North American. I go beyond that.
What's it like to be embraced by the fans, though, the way they've rallied behind you?
That's nice. It's very nice, because at the end of the day, you also play for the fans. They come out and support you, cheer for you. So you want to give them something back, and to see that they appreciate, the hard work, the goals. So it's always nice.
A lot of people are chatting about where you may go next. Gary Neville has said your name many a time. Are you aware of just how significant this transfer is? Because there's a lot of people that are so excited.
Yeah, I think because there's been a lot of talk throughout many years about is he leaving, is he staying? But now that I'm leaving, I guess, people are just eager to see where I'll end up. But in due time, everyone will know.
Okay, I was going to say, are you going to tell me where you're going to end up?
I don't even know yet myself, so I couldn't tell you, but yeah, I think soon enough.
How important is it for you personally to take this next step, though, for your own development?
Yeah, I think it's massive. I think, after 5 years in Lille, playing at a good level, fighting in the Champions League, I think if I want to keep growing and keep getting better, I think this next step for me will be a massive step to see where I can take my levels to.
You've talked a lot about wanting to find a club with ambition. Can we unpack that a little bit more? What culture are you looking for to, I don't know, what culture of football do you think really lends to your style of play?
For me, there's no real football culture. I think it's more the club, It's about, I wouldn't say a family club, but in a way that everyone is really together and supports one another, and obviously ambitious in what they want to achieve in the league, in fighting for the top of the league and things like this.
We are a few years out from Qatar, of course, and FIFA 2026 is just around the corner. How different is this Canadian squad going into this home World Cup right now?
Yeah, I think very different. Obviously, from just the squad being different from the players we had then. But I think just the players that have been there to have this experience, to bring it for the guys that haven't been here will be massive. And obviously, throughout these years, we've grown, we've matured, we've become better at the highest level. Any little thing is punished. If you have a chance, 2 chances, you don't score. Next one, you better score, because otherwise the opponent is putting 1 with their first. I think especially that Belgium game where we fought that, we were pretty good in the game, getting some chances, just couldn't score, but just on one long ball, they get the goal and that's how they win the game. I think we can say, yeah, for a lot of us, that was the biggest takeaway.
You're going to be wearing the captain's armband for Gold Cup. How are you going to lead this team?
I think, if I'm the captain, it's because I'm doing something right. So for me, it's not to change anything, really. It's to just continue to be myself and try to lead the guys the best of my capabilities. I think for me, I think the biggest one I would have to improve would be being maybe more of a vocal leader, because I think I lead well by example, just working hard, doing the right things, but I think I could speak more and maybe let my voice be heard a bit more, and I think that would help.
A lot of folks, a lot of pundits have really said Canada are the alphas of North America now. Like, do you feel like you've got a little bit of a target on your back in CONCACAF now?
I wouldn't say a target. I would say, obviously, since I arrived and until now, I think we progressed massively. I think now other teams in CONCACAF look at us differently. But for us to be the alpha dogs, I think, we have to be number one and, have no questions about it. And for me, at this point, we're not. So we still have work to do, win some trophies, and then maybe we can have this talk again.
How do you go from playing like Champions League professionally to then getting ready, mind, body, spirit, for like a hostile, like South American game with Team Canada? Does it feel different?
Yeah, absolutely different. I think when you go down to the south and play these South American countries, or even some countries in CONCACAF, it's very hostile. It's very tough. The crowd is always big and it's against you. But I think we've been used to that. Obviously, almost everywhere we go, even if it's in the U.S., the crowd is mostly for the other team. So I think we adapted to this, but I think the team embraces it also. I think they like to play in these environments to prove to the public and the other team that we can compete.
A lot of people have called you an old soul. Would you agree with that?
Old soul. I don't know. I think maybe it's just because of the way I am, a calm guy. I don't really go out that much. I prefer to stay, in my room just relaxing. So maybe that's why, but I take it as a compliment.
A little birdie told me that you love Montana Steakhouse, though. So you go out there. What's your order?
It depends on the day, but normally I get if I remember the name correctly, I think is a firecracker burger.
I think I just got you a sponsorship, buddy. Free firecracker burger for life.
If that can help, yeah, I'll take it.
What would you like to say to Canadian kids, knowing that the, obviously World Cup is a year away?
No, keep fighting, keep believing in your dreams, because you have the opportunity to do it, especially with the years building up, with soccer in Canada getting bigger, more opportunities for every player. Yeah, just keep fighting and stay in school.
Stay in school. Thank you so much for this, Jonathan. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.